All right. So what do you think the number one thing that we lie about the price of when it
Shotguns.
comes to gear?
Shotguns.
Shotguns all
Shotguns all day,
day,
every babe. It was five
all
hundred
day.
dollars. Oh, that's a great
Yeah,
deal.
dude, you lie to me. You lie to me. I'm not even married to you, dude. I got this A400 Extreme brand new from Bass Pro,
Nine
$987.
hundred and $87, bro. That's how much I paid out the door, bro. That's how much I paid out
Get him. Oh, we folded that ball. Look at all this. Welcome to another episode of the Pintails Podcast, brought to you by Onyx. Please sponsor.
the. So, what are we talking about?
Dude, you know what we're talking about. We're talking about hiding the truth about purchases because we know if we told the truth, they would just judge the hell out of us.
Are we?
You know
Are
what I
we? Are we
mean?
hiding? Are we hiding the purchases from our audience or from our wives? Which one are we talking about?
Well, I think we're gonna find out they're our wives once we discuss a little bit more into this episode.
And you know what, dude? As a true testament to their loyalty, we should just start talking about all the shit that we lied about buying and see, like, and mention nothing else. And if they don't throw a fit, they're not really supporting the podcast. And if they
Yeah,
do
they're
throw
not
a
even
fit,
listening.
right?
Yeah,
Exactly. So, you know,
yeah. Dude, I got some true supporters out there that are too busy to listen to the podcast. They just mute it and play it all the way through for the views. So appreciate y'all ghost listeners out there.
dude, the ghost listeners is where it's at. It's like a bot, but like a real life bot. And do I do that during the week to boost my views while I'm at work? Maybe. I don't know.
For sure. All right, so what do you think the number one thing that we lie about the price of when it
Shotguns.
comes to gear?
Shotguns.
Shotguns all
Shotguns all day,
day,
every babe. It was
all
five hundred
day.
dollars. Oh, that's a great
Yeah,
deal.
dude, you lie to me. You lie to me. I'm not even married to you, dude. I got this A400 Extreme brand new from Bass Pro,
Nine
$987.
hundred and $87, bro. That's how much I paid out the door, bro. That's how much I paid
Yeah,
out the door. But then,
yeah.
like the next conversation is like, oh, dude, I think I'm gonna go buy one of those AX 800s that Beretta just put out. Why? You can buy it for the same price as the other one. What? Is it $2,500? I thought it was the same price. Didn't you tell me? Didn't you tell me it was $900 last time? Well, now you're telling me it was 2,000. I don't fucking know, dude. It's hard to keep
Yeah,
track of
dude,
this
you got
shit.
you got the plug at Bass Pro. Let's hook it up. Like,
Nah, dude,
you get an A400 for.
I
You're like, oh,
had
must have
them.
been a special going on.
Dude, I think there was I found a coupon on the floor as I was walking in, and another one as I was walking up the stairs to the gun bar. So, I stacked them fuckers, but, you know,
Oh my god, yeah, dude.
I
All
would
right,
say
so
one of the,
obviously guns. What do you think your margin of lie is? I mean, realistically, let's just say A400. What is that? $2,100 gun?
dude, that's like a $1,800 gun. Oh, here
That's
we
like an
go. Here we fucking, this is how it
1,800.
starts. I thought it was an $1,800. Okay, no, look,
Oh,
I think it is. I
fact
think it
check
is
it.
21. I think it is 21. Let's see. Let's see what the old Googler has to say. Hang on.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. What's our? You know how Joe Rogan has his little guy that looks facts up.
Oh,
Let's just
Jamie.
make it up like we have. What Jamie? Yeah, instead of Jamie, let's do like a Riley. Go ahead and look this up for us real quick.
All right. Hey, Riley. Riley. Yeah, boss. What's up, man? Hey, look up how much is a Beretta 400 running? I don't know, boss. Let me check real quick. Hang on. I love you, boss. I love the show.
Oh
Boss.
yeah.
I'm seeing some results, boss, off of Bass Pro. Shut up, Riley. Just tell me the number. Uh, hang on, it's loading, boss. God damn, dude, I need to get better internet.
Jesus, are we sponsored by Rick and Morty or what?
Duffer Bros, please sponsor me. Shout out Duffer Bros.
I'm Pickle Lex.
Pickle Lex, dude. Oh my god. That's gonna be the AI bot, dude. Hang on. Okay, bro.
Dude.
As of right now, the exact gun that I have, Beretta A400 Extreme Plus and True Timber Prairie, is 2150. That's what
Yep,
it is.
called that one.
That called that one, dude. I got mine on clearance. I thought they were getting rid of this color. I'm not gonna lie. When I bought it, I was like, "Oh, they're getting rid of it," but it's my favorite, so it doesn't matter. And here it is.
All right, give me your girl math. What'd you pay for yours?
I think it was like $15.50 out the door.
Yeah,
Now,
no shot did you pay $15.50 for that gun.
bro, I have the receipt somewhere. If I could find it, I would post it on this thing. I would if I here's
Post the
here's my
receipt
promise.
to the comments.
If I find the receipt, I will put it somewhere. I will find it. I have to find it. I'm sure
Gotta
it's around
find
here
it.
somewhere.
All right. So obviously the high ticket items, let's just say $1,000 plus for one item. We're lying a little bit about what it actually costs, right?
I mean,
So
are we?
it internally helps us feel good about the purchase. Dude, I buy way too many things that are way like a bow and arrow. Think about it. I bought a primal hunting piece of equipment.
Yeah, dude, but like
Probably
also,
$2,000 total.
yeah, that was, dude. Talk about your arrows. How much did your fucking dumbass pay for arrows? Like $100 an arrow or something?
No, absolutely not.
But I've
That's
seen them.
absurd.
I've
No,
seen them go for
my
100.
arrows. You've seen one arrow go for $100.
I think so.
No. Now don't get me wrong. Arrows aren't cheap. Like the fact that a half dozen runs you about $100 is pretty crazy.
Maybe that's what I saw.
I
don't know.
I honestly think it's more than that. To be fair, I don't even look because it does hurt me to know that I'm paying for a stick. And everybody's like, "Oh, dude, but it's carbon or it's metal." Like the Full Metal Jacket, Easton's, dude. Those are literally just hollowed out aluminum.
Yeah, go tell Easton that it's just hollowed out aluminum. They'll beat your ass.
I know. They're gonna hate me for saying this.
Well, dude,
But
that's what I said.
like, the
that's what I.
machine's pumping these things out by the millions.
Yeah, that's what I say about chokes, dude. That's what I say about chokes. It's just a piece of, tube, and it has some threads on it, and it's, reduced a little bit. But
Yeah.
dude, but then there's a big difference. I mean, go talk to Jim Muller about his chokes and how he puts them together and stuff. And the man's a scientist. I mean, I saw an episode on a podcast called Chasing Green, and they had him on an interview, and dude put on a master class about everything that goes on to a choke. And I'm like, damn, I didn't realistically think it was all that, much science, but there's a lot that goes into this stuff.
And you're right, there is a lot that goes into it.
So that's what you're paying for is R&D, and then also like the level of machinery that these guys have. Like it ain't just no ching chong CNC that they're running. I mean, I'm sure they're running some badass CNCs that are producing the same tolerance or like margin, I guess, of error in their product over like these hundreds of thousands of products. So I get it, man. There's definitely a lot that you're paying for, but I don't know, dude. I can never figure all that shit out. I'd just rather pay somebody to do it for me and get a badass.
Yeah,
fucking
I mean,
product.
if I was buying a CNC machine, I'd tell my wife it cost me about $100,000.
Dude, 100%.
It's probably 1.3 million.
See, that's the difference between me and you. You come up with the realistic numbers. I'd be like, baby, I got it at a garage sale down the street. Old Jimbo sold it to me for $50. We're gonna be millionaires with this thing.
Yeah, we're gonna be rich.
So what else do you lie to your wife about what you bought, what you really paid for? I said shotguns. That's number one.
Yeah, well, shotgun's the obvious one because I'm walking around the house with a new shotgun. But I mean,
Decoys.
I wouldn't say lying, but I probably don't disclose like, I just bought another $1,000 worth of decoys. Dude. Or a $300 duck call. Like I'm just
We just omit information that isn't necessarily pertaining to the conversation. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, as long as there's still food on the table, I think I can stay in the clear.
I think that's the country boy's argument right there. I'll take that one to the grave.
Yeah. Dude, I will say this: as far as the line about the price, I bet we lie to each other, not like me and you, but just duck hunters in general, lie more about the hunts they go on being paid or not paid.
Dude, I lie to myself about what every duck in my freezer costs me. Because I bet you I've got an $800 duck in my freezer somewhere.
Oh, hold on now. We talking well, you're talking about just fuel to go shoot that bird, or are you talking about the
Dude,
taxidermy? Because that's a whole nother
no, no,
price.
no, no. We're not even going to get into taxidermy, but we're going to just get into the economics of a duck hunter. I mean, you talk about lying to ourselves about what things actually cost. You ever run up the math on
Uh,
what it costs for that cheap little campsite and just the 3 hour drive down to Rockport and the fuel for the
yeah,
boat and food while you're there?
yeah,
And oh my God, I don't even want to think
dude.
about. And then you come back with 2 ducks.
Yeah,
Oh man, that's the story of my life. The cool thing is like you go out 50 you drive 15 minutes from your front door and you're there, and we talk about it
yeah,
because you'll be in the duck blind, you call me, you get in the truck, you get home, and you're like, all right, dude, I'm about to go shower, and I'm like, what do you mean you were just in the duck blind 20 minutes ago? Yeah, I'm home. I'm like, dude, it's a 20-minute boat ride just for me to get back to the boat ramp. What are you talking about? Like, you picked up all your
yeah.
stuff. It mind boggles me. But yeah, dude, there's never been a time that I could go down to Rockport for less than $400 and go down there. Now, mind you, I do stay down there for 3-4 days at a time, and try to hunt as much as I can. But that's what I have to do to make it a little bit more efficient, because just going and coming back for one day, that's rough. And I know people that do it, and dude, kudos to you guys. I can't do it, man.
Yeah. No, I did that loaded timber hunt I went on. Like, that was not a cheap hunt. But it's not only that it wasn't a cheap hunt, I also had to drive freaking 9 hours. Like, I don't know if it was 9 hours, maybe 6 hours. But either way, I mean, in my F-250, that was 2 tanks of gas, dude.
Yeah, dude, it gets expensive, man. The economics of duck hunting is
Yeah.
not cheap, dude. I mean, I can't. I guess it can't. It kind of competes with deer hunting a little bit because we don't have to put out feeders, fill up corn feeders all year, or do we? But but still, like
Dude,
we replace that cost with going out every time or whatever it is.
deer hunters for sure spend more though, man. They're
Oh
buying
yeah.
they're buying new clothes every year. You think actually? What do you think, man? Do a vote section in this thing where do you think deer hunters or duck hunters buy more clothes per year? Like revamp their clothes per season? What do you think on your do an actual vote on here? But what do you think?
I think. Now, are we talking? Well, just clothes alone, like
Just clothes.
just clothes.
I'm talking like duck hunters. We got what?
I
Waders,
think
jackets, pants.
Yeah, I think
hoodies.
duck hunters though. I think duck hunters because, dude, I've been deer hunting with the same clothes that I've always had. But that's me because I'm a Walmart hunter. I don't give a shit. If I sit in when I used to deer hunt, I used to sit in a box, so it didn't matter what you wore. You could wear a bright red shirt for all I cared. The box is camo. They're gonna come to the dinner bell, so I didn't really care what I wore. Now, if you're like a spot and stock hunter, or you're deer hunting up in the mountains and you're doing all that kind of stuff, yeah, dude, I think you're gonna spend some money. But realistically, like, I don't think you really have to go through clothes. Whereas like waders, like we talked about before, they might rip or something might go wrong or whatever, and then now you're buying a whole new set of waders. So I don't know. I mean, I think it really depends, but I think duck hunters spend more money per year on clothes.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah. And I think you're right, but then like that goose hunt I went out in Lubbock, those were all big deer hunters that just racked up clothes for duck season, just for one duck hunt. Like, went out and bought a whole Sitka setup just for that one goose hunt.
Yeah,
And
I
that
don't
just
think
makes me curious, like for us, deer hunting is one location, right? But like for the deer hunter or the ones that travel the nation, the ones that travel the world, right, to hunt all types of game, those guys are buying I need 3 different environments. So I think of the Sitka deer hunter, right? I have the elevated too because I deer hunt late season where everything's kind of turned grayish.
Mm-hmm.
But then I've got that Sitka, the cover for early season, for bow season.
Right.
So I got, and dude, if they released insect repellent gear this year, dude, people are upgrading that.
Put a bunch of little
'Cause
cedar planks in your clothes. I bet you will get rid of those little bugs or whatever. Wear some off. Who gives a shit? The deer can't smell it. Be upwind of them.
Deer don't know.
or downwind,
Here, don't
whatever
know.
it is. I don't know.
Yeah.
I forget the upwind, downwind shit. Wait, hold on. Let me think about it for a second. No, it is upwind. Be upwind of the deer. Yeah.
No, you'll be down.
Downwind. God, you see, this is
I was like, what?
like what? Yeah.
You will be on the south side.
Well, this starts to make sense why I never shot many ducks or deer anymore.
Uh-huh.
It's all starting to make sense
Yeah.
now. Jesus Christ.
No, but I'm curious. I'm curious what the fans have to say about that. Who do they think is buying
You know what?
more
I'm gonna make it an easy
clothing
poll.
gear?
I'm gonna make it a very easy poll. Who do you think spends more money per season on their hunts? Deer hunters or waterfowl hunters? That's
Oh,
that's it.
yeah. Definitely leave us a reminder or leave us.
That's a
comment
good little tough one. And also, I mean, if
Yeah.
please, because I don't know, enlighten me as to why you think your answer is the correct one. You know, like yes, vote on it, but also like let me know why, because I'm genuinely curious to hear arguments about both of these, because we always talk about it.
I've got to recap one story, and then I'm pretty much good on the agenda. But my one story I want to recap
Tell me a story.
is from last week. We were talking about what makes us do this.
Oh yeah.
And then we just kind of started getting into some stories, and I left off one, man. I got a buddy, Cody Brown, that I duck hunt with.
Shout out Cody.
Shout out Cody. Met this dude through his dad buying a car from me when I just moved to Dallas, and he linked us up, right? And I'd kind of mentioned him, but I didn't really mention too much of a story.
This is the buddy that got you into duck hunting up there when you moved up there?
This is the one that introduced me to a lot of the public land up here.
Oh, hell yeah. Shout out Cody for real, dude.
Yeah, Cody's a big reason I duck hunt as much as I do now.
Hell yeah.
But I found us on Facebook Marketplace, this dude in North Fort Worth trying to sell his ranch.
Oh,
and
okay.
Yeah, dude, for $8 million.
Oh, damn.
You gotta understand, we're making. I mean, at that point, I'm making sub $100,000 at the time. I'm not buying an $8 million ranch, but I'm like, dude, I want to come out and duck hunt your property. This is all about e-scouting, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to duck hunt your property. You got 8 ponds, and all the ducks that I shoot, I'll take pictures of and let you sell or let you use them for your sale of your ranch. Well, 2 years later, dude hasn't sold the ranch. We got a free freaking duck lease. It's awesome.
Did you really pitch that like that and it worked?
That's how it worked, dude. It's exactly how it worked. You got to sell. Some people just don't care about ducks. It was a deer ranch, so he didn't want me there really.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he saw the value of being like, okay, obviously I have pictures of deer. Now I need pictures of ducks because I do have ducks and geese on my property.
Yeah, makes sense.
It made it a multi-platform ranch.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
You know, but the story that I wanted to tell was a couple of years ago, and about a year into us being on this guy's property, we had a really good snowfall, and I mean, it was just thick. It was cold. The water hadn't frozen over. It was just dumping snow. We're sitting there, and it said chances of snow. And out of nowhere, first light comes, we get buzzed with a bunch of teal. And we're just like, boom, 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 boom. And we probably dropped, I don't know, 6 teal right off the first volley. And it's me, Cody, and one of our other buddies. And that's Curtis, by the way. Curtis, if you're listening.
Hell yeah, shout out Curtis.
We're sitting there, and 5 seconds go by, we get buzzed again. Doom, da-doom, doom. Drop another couple. And then that volley, we had teal and mallards. And then another volley comes in, and it's teal. And we are just lighting these birds up to the point where we're probably at 12 ducks at this point, and we're shooting a limit of 18, and we have to turn to each other, or we actually turn to Cody, and we say, stop shooting teal. And it was just one of those moments where you're like, what's your favorite duck to shoot? Dude, who cares? At this point, we're lighting them up, and we had the opportunity to stop. And we had a 3-man limit of teal, mallards, and I think a couple of widgeon dropped in there.
Dude,
and
that's
I
kind of
can probably find that picture. I'll try to get it posted to the Instagram so y'all can see it.
Hell yeah.
But We shot some woodies in there too. I mean, we were just getting dumped with all those pre-light birds, and then also the mallard. We were just having to decide, like, dude, we can be picky. They're not stopping. It was just a cluster of birds dropping after dropping after dropping, and it was awesome.
What a time, dude. See,
Yeah.
talk about what makes you want to do this still. Like, that hunt right there probably gives you enough motivation for like 3 seasons, dude. Just chasing that one hunt one more time.
That hunt for sure made me chase, like, oh, it's going to be icy and freezing and cold. Puh, who cares? Who cares? That's the down for sure getting out.
That's so fucking cool, dude. That's a badass little story right there.
All right, well, thank you guys so much for listening to this week's episode of the Pintails Podcast. Tune in next week for another episode. We'll be starting to drop every single Monday or Tuesday, depending on what work allows, but come on with it and hope to hear from you guys soon.